Amber slapped a hand over her mouth and struggled to swallow her coffee before bursting out laughing. Oh, I would have paid to have been there. Stupid night shifts at the hospital getting in my way of all the fun stuff. You should have seen the look on Shelby's face when Bryce pulled me in for a long kiss right in front of her. I grinned against my cup before draining the rest of it. It was really priceless. I would have even suffered through being near Bryce if it meant watching that skank get put in her place. I rolled my eyes at the comment. Amber had never hidden her feelings for Bryce. Not that I knew what had triggered her hatred for him in the first place. Regardless, it'd become more of a running joke for us than anything. And it wasn't like she could actually hate him. He'd inadvertently brought us together a couple of years ago, and we'd been best friends since. It'd been my 21st birthday, and throughout a night filled with bar hopping and Bryce being, well, Bryce, he'd somehow ended up with a concussion, and we'd spent the rest of my birthday in the ER. Amber had been one of his main nurses when we'd finally gotten him into a room, and not more than 20 minutes later, my night of too much drinking and not nearly enough food decided to make a reappearance all over my shoes. In my still drunk mind, I hadn't even been upset about puking everywhere. I'd started crying because my favorite shoes were ruined, and favorite shoes can't be ruined on my birthday. Amber and another nurse had cleaned everything while I'd sat there crying like a 3-year-old over my shoes. After they'd finished, a pair of sequined Uggs appeared in front of me. Amber had told me they were her current favorites, and I could borrow them to finish out my birthday wearing a pair of favorites. It'd been a lasting Insta friendship, even though she wouldn't let me live that night down. She groaned and roughly tossed her phone onto the table. I swear, this guy is a machine. He never stops. I mean, never. If it weren't for the fact that we have jobs, I don't think he'd ever let me leave the bed. Is this still Aaron? You said you two still sneak into the closets at the hospital? I drifted off, letting my accusation sound more like a question. Exactly. Machine, she said slowly, enunciating each syllable as if I'd just confirmed everything for her.